Til The Last Credit here, coming to you guys on the podcast today. We're going to be talking about the news that Deathstroke, well, technically this was announced, the Deathstroke movie was announced back when Suicide Squad was announced, wasn't it? They just didn't have a director or anything.
No, I thought they originally announced that Deathstroke was going to be in Suicide Squad, but then he ended up not being in that movie.
There was at one point there was a point where they announced the Deathstroke movie. They just didn't have anyone attached to it, and then.
Are you sure?
But now we have confirmation because that what's his name, Gareth Evans is in talks to direct a Deathstroke solo movie, and Joe Manganiello has not officially signed on, but apparently the deal is they're going through the process, and Joe Manganiello is expected to finalize a deal with Warner Brothers. So there's absolutely nothing out here about this movie besides that Gareth Evans is in talks to write and direct. Gareth Evans also directed The Raid 2, if you guys didn't know, which has some but there's no details about the movie, no release date, no anything like that. We just got Gareth Evans and Joe Manganiello. But Miller, what do you think of the Deathstroke solo movie directed by Gareth Evans?
I mean, the only reason this movie happened is because Joe Manganiello was going to walk because he wasn't going to be in the Batman because that's not what Matt Reeves wants to do. And you can tell, like I felt like this was imminent because right before they announced the Black Adam solo movie, The Rock was telling, like, oh yeah, Black Adam, he's such an anti-hero. And then Joe Manganiello started doing the same thing. So you're like, does this guy want his own movie? He's using the Rock method? Well, if he did, it worked. But it's a double-edged sword because I don't think it's, like, the worst idea of what to give a solo movie to, but it does just feel like, let's give everyone solo movies. And
like, at least, to be fair, at least this one has their director in talks. It's not just something like the fucking Deadshot movie that Warner Brothers just announced. Like, this is at least they have a director.
That's what makes it better because Gareth Evans is a talented director, especially.
And he's passionate about it. He posted to his Instagram. He's fucking reading Deathstroke comics and shit.
Well, I hope
so did Rick Famuyiwa, but you know.
Yeah. But Rick Famuyiwa was passionate about it, but I mean, things happened.
Yeah, anyways. I hope he would be passionate about it, not like Sauce Oven. And then, and Joe Manganiello, he's obviously going to kill that role, but yeah, it's just the problem is, it's just, I don't think it's the right time. But, like, can it not work? I think it can work. So, yeah, like I said, there's both pros and cons to the situation.
Darren, what do you think of the Deathstroke solo movie directed by Gareth Evans?
Yeah, this is one of those things where I'm excited. Like, what got me excited about this when he sent it out, I was just like, Deathstroke. Oh, Gareth Evans. What? Yeah. Because Gareth Evans, but, yeah, I love The Raid 2. And I've seen bits and pieces of The Raid. It's still fucking amazing. Like,
did he direct the first one?
Yeah, he directed the first one. If you guys have not seen those movies, yes, they are subtitled. You can get the dubbed versions, but they are fantastic.
You can watch those. You could not even read what's happening
in
the movies. And it wouldn't
I think the second one has a pretty good plot, though. But I love those movies. I mean, like Batgirl, the Bat guy, and then you have baseball guy, Bat guy, and then you have the Hammer Girl. I mean, some of this incredible action, and that's what really gets me excited about this movie. Is just from an action standpoint, his sensibilities with Deathstroke's movements and how he uses his weapons and what weapons he chooses. That could be incredible. And, I mean, that could be really, really cool. But I still do agree with... I'm not side, by the way, I apologize. But I still do agree with Miller. This is just weird timing. And it always goes back to, like, what is the plan? And I understand, like, Diane Nielsen and Jeff Jobs have come out and said it's a shared, it's still a shared universe, it's not a shared story. but I still just want a plan. I want, like, where does this line up here? Where does this line up here? What is the DC film universe? Like, what is it? And I don't have a sense of that just yet because they're changing gears. And then it's just weird, like, we still don't have, like, any, like, really confirmation on it and a Steel sequel. We still don't have any... I mean, Matt Reeves is directing Batman. That's great, but, like, we're still, like, up in the air. Like, is Ben Affleck on Star? Wonder Woman 2, I guess that's a go forward. Aquaman just wrapped filming, so we still have that. And Flashpoint.
Batgirl.
I mean, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the mainstays. I'm not talking about all the... like, you know, like, where's our... Yeah, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, where's our A-listers? Where's our, you know, big players? Like, where's the lead band except for the other band? So, I'm still worried about all of that. It's still weird timing, but, like, this is a movie. This is just one of those movies where you announce that director, it perks up my ears. And also, Deathstroke, he's not one of my favorite characters like Dylan, but I think he's a character to me, and I really hope they do go with the actual villain route. He can be an anti-
I think they will.
Yeah, but he's a bounty hunter. He's kind of like Boba Fett. Whatever you pay him to do, he's going to do. But
I think it'll. Well, I'll get. Never mind. I'll get to this in a second. Will,
okay.
what do you think of?
Wait. I just want to one more
okay.
thing. But yeah, I think Deathstroke just be a really cool villain. He literally can be a villain for anybody. So I really hope they trickle him throughout the universe because he can be a bad guy for anybody. Yeah. That's what I like about him.
So, Will, what do you think of a Deathstroke solo movie directed by Gareth Evans?
Well, I mostly agree with Darren and Miller. I don't think this is the time. I think Deathstroke is the kind of movie, it's like Ant-Man or Doctor Strange. It's the movie that you do when you've run out of ideas. And
what are you doing? Are you drowning someone?
Are you taking a piss?
No, I'm not. I'm not taking a piss at all.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm hanging out and talking to you.
There's no water. There's no water around you.
No.
What the fuck?
I have my heater on.
He's taking a piss.
What is going on?
I mean, I don't think the heater sounds like water, but I mean, I have the heater on because it's like
he's just hiding and covering up piss, or he's like drowning.
Like 40-something degrees in Ohio right now.
Okay, just move on.
But yeah, so like I think Deathstroke is the kind of movie that you do when you run out of ideas, like with Ant-Man or Doctor Strange, and DC hasn't run out of ideas yet. They haven't even tapped the obvious ideas yet. You know, I understand Flash is apparently somehow coming, but they should be doing. I mean, Aquaman is coming. We've had Wonder Woman. We're getting Wonder Woman 2, but like Deathstroke for me is like it's like Batgirl and Nightwing. This should be down the pipe. You shouldn't even be thinking about this right now. And to be honest, I don't even want to be introduced to Deathstroke. Excuse me. I don't want to be introduced to Deathstroke as a hero. I would much rather.
I don't think they'll introduce him necessarily as a hero, but I think this is what I was going to say.
Well, he's not going to be in the Batman whenever the hell that's getting made. Like, see, it seems like all the obvious movies are being put on the back burner. And then they keep announcing these dumb, like, side movies that nobody gives a fuck about.
That bothers me, too.
I think the plot is going to be something revolving around, you know, the government doing tests on him. He escapes, and he comes back for revenge against them. I think it's going to be something.
So generic.
What you think the plot is going to be is irrelevant. The fact is they shouldn't be focusing on making this movie right now.
No,
maybe
you were saying.
Maybe he'll still be. Maybe he'll.
I was just saying. I think that's what they're going to go for.
But he'll be the hero of that movie.
I mean,
the government will just be the bad guys.
Yeah, government's the villain again.
Yeah, it's like in the X-Files. The government is the bad guy, so of course Deathstroke's going to be the hero. But maybe he'll still have that cameo or whatever it was that he was supposed to have in Justice League. Maybe he will.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he will though. I think this Deathstroke movie will be the first time that we'll actually be introduced to this character, and I think that's wrong. I think we should be introduced to him as a villain fighting someone, and then maybe down the road take a look at this character from a different light. I don't know. I think the whole fucking thing is stupid.
I think that'd be an interesting idea too, because I was spin it on like, oh wait, he was just a villain in that movie, and now he's getting a solo movie. That's weird. So I think that'd be kind of cool.
Okay, I mean, that's the same thing. Like Darren brought up Boba Fett. I don't want a Boba Fett movie either. I wanted to see Boba Fett as the villain in the Han Solo movie. That was the only thing that would have made the Han Solo movie even remotely interesting to me.
This is rumored, but that was apparently supposed to be the plan. Like Boba Fett's movie and Han Solo's movie were supposed to intersect, and you would see it from both sides, from both point of views.
Oh, that would have been cool.
It would have been cool. Holy shit. Anyways,
could they not still do that?
I mean,
I think the Boba Fett.
Wait, so originally Han Solo and Boba Fett were supposed to tell. Hang on. God damn it. Hang on. I'm trying to get this straight. What the fuck? So originally Han Solo and Boba Fett were going to be two different movies that told the same story but from different points of view?
No, they were going to... I think I explained it wrong. Okay, so there was going to be a scene featuring both of them. And you're going to see both sides of that scene. They're going to intersect with each other. So the movies are going to intersect with each other, just both of them would have the same... Both of them would have that scene, that intersection, where you'll just see it from both sides of the view.
In the context of completely different movies.
Yes.
Okay, anyways, back to Deathstroke. My turn to talk. Okay, so first let me say that Deathstroke is my favorite comic book character of all time. Deathstroke is the reason I got into comics. He's the reason I still read comics, the reason I'm so informed because I thought this character was fucking badass.
What do you like about him, though?
I just think he's badass, honestly. Like, I don't really know exactly how to explain. I just think he's really fucking badass. I picked up a Deathstroke comic, I looked at it, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. And he just kind of became my favorite comic book character, and after that, I would pick up anything with Deathstroke in it. And that's how I got introduced to Suicide Squad. And because I saw Deathstroke on the cover of Suicide Squad #2, New Suicide Squad #2, and I picked it up. I was like, this is fucking awesome. And from then on, I would read anything with Deathstroke in it. And I think his backstory is pretty compelling too. Like when he was a fucking test subject and shit, and it kind of makes you feel bad for him. And he has fucking family issues and all that. But overall, I just think he's a really, really badass character, and I like my bloody badass characters. And I've always wanted to see him in a Suicide Squad movie. I never really thought that we were ever going to get a solo movie. And I always wanted to see him in a Suicide Squad movie or the villain in a Batman movie or a Teen Titans movie or something. It looked like we were going to get that, and then with the Batman, but it looks like now we're not. And so this is even better. With Gareth Evans directing, I think that's all. I have not seen The Raid or The Raid 2, but I've seen action scenes from them, and they are amazing. And just imagining him directing Joe Manganiello in a Deathstroke costume in a fight scene like that just has my mind going crazy.
Yeah, that's what getting me excited too. That's really getting me excited too.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see. I just want to see Joe Manganiello in that damn costume.
I mean, you have.
Well, I mean, like, no, in a movie.
Well, that was from Justice League, so.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, he might still be in there. You never know.
He's probably gone.
Probably gone, but he might.
Yeah, Joss Whedon came in. That's the first thing he cut.
Deathstroke, Iris West, Lex. I'm pretty sure that's all gone. But anyways,
which isn't the worst thing. I mean, I'm not trying to.
It's not. No. It's. I totally agree.
The movie's about Justice League. Make it about Justice League. Stream it down a little bit.
But this movie is. This is what I was talking to Miller about earlier. Is it necessary right now, and should it be DC's first priority? No. But if they were to delay this entire slate to make this damn Deathstroke movie, would I give a shit? No. Because I want to see this fucking movie. I've always wanted to see this character come to life on the big screen, and him having his own solo movie makes it even better. So this is probably my most anticipated movie ever now. This puts Venom to shame. I'm sorry, man.
Shame on you.
I cannot fucking wait for this movie. So
Miller, I would take a Gareth Evans Deathstroke over a fucking Rupert Fletcher Venom any day.
You know, here's the thing. Maybe this is a jerk thing to point out, but I would like to just point out that in 2016, Suicide Squad was your most anticipated movie ever. So,
well,
they've
learned things. They've learned things.
Take that for what you will, but I just think maybe Dylan's most anticipated comic book movies aren't the best chosen.
I mean, you know, when you love Suicide Squad as much as I do, I mean, of course it's going to be your most anticipated movie that year. But I mean,
and also Suicide Squad.
I love Deathstroke. I do. Good. I love Deathstroke as a character, but I want to see him as the antagonist first. I just think this is the wrong.
And I understand that. I totally get that. But ever since I picked up my first Deathstroke comic book, I've wanted to see this character have his own movie, and now I'm getting that, so I just can't help but be excited.
Yeah, and Suicide Squad should have been a slam dunk. That should have been a slam fucking dunk.
Yeah, it's not a hard damn movie to make.
Well, and honestly, I think there's an edit out there that is a slam dunk. I just think Warner Brothers chose not to release that one.
I really don't want this to be a huge scale movie. I want this to be a small scale kind of thing. I don't want this to be any kind of fucking world ending shit like the New 52 run Deathstroke, which is fucking awful, by the way.
Almost everything in the New 52 was awful. So.
Yeah, fuck you. No. Anyway,
almost everything was. In hindsight, almost everything was. But conversation for another.
I want to see more of a Deathstroke the Terminator. Just him, just fucking like being an assassin, like not hunting down gods and shit, and dealing with his god son or what his little god son.
His little Deathstroke.
But I want to see Deathstroke just kill some dudes. Just have it be a small scale, contained little story. You don't have to set up anything or have a bunch of fucking cameos or anything.
Or have him fighting cancers.
Have him fucking go hunt some people down that wronged him. Make it a small scale revenge story. I'm fine with that. It'd be fucking awesome. So
I do want to see him, not in this movie, but it would be fun to see him fight Wonder Woman. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, because he has the in the comics he has the God Killer sword or whatever. So could you imagine like fucking Deathstroke wielding the God Killer sword against Wonder Woman?
Yeah, like maybe he found it, he like rebuilt it and shit. You just like, this is mine now. I'm gonna call you crazy.
He fought in the New 52 one. He fought everyone. He fought Batman. He fought Superman. He fought.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he could be a bad guy from. He's in the Superman comic books right now. He's fighting Superman. Like they're doing a Deathstroke storyline with him, so he can fight anybody. Like he's smart enough.
Show up anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing I kind of want from him in this universe because he's pretty much Batman, except for he's on the bad guy side. So I think he can be a cool character.
So any closing thoughts on the Deathstroke solo movie?
Put more. I don't know. Just be good. Fuck it. That's all we can.
Just please happen. Please.
Yeah. Happen to be good.
What do you guys think of a Deathstroke solo movie directed by Gareth Evans and starring Joe Manganiello? Let us know in the comments below. And if you don't like it, let me know you're wrong. I'm just letting you know that you're wrong. Just kidding.
And which one are you more
excited for? If you don't like the idea of this movie, you agree with 75% of us. Just throwing that out there.
Anyways, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Check out all our other videos. Make sure you check our website, TilTheLastCredit.com, and our Twitter @TilTheLastCredit. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.